The following may not be suitable for children under the age of 18. Hello and welcome to the Sky Genie Show, the absolute worst show ever. If you'd like to follow me through social media, on Twitter I am at SDD916. If you'd like to follow me on Facebook, I have changed the name to the unofficial group page to the Sky Genie Show page. Please like and subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. If you'd like to support the show, go to my homepage on YouTube and there's a donate button. You can donate whatever you like on there. Your donations go towards the show and helps quality of audio and improvement overall of the show. Otherwise, the show will remain free. I'd like to shout out a few podcasts. Get in the Corner on Wednesday at 9 PM on Mixlr, as well. Also on Mixlr is the Don Tony Kevin Castle show, who drop every Monday night immediately after Raw. As well on the same channel as the Don Tony Kevin Castle show is Wrestling Soup. They do a show on Thursday at 9:30 PM. They also do a Saturday morning shipbox on Saturday mornings, but this is not on pay-per-view weekends. And on Sunday pay-per-view weekends, they do a recap show of the pay-per-view. So please check him out on Mixlr. Also on Podbean, there is the Solomonster Sounds off, who drops a show every Sunday. They are really good shows, and I recommend you go out of your way to listen to them because they are really good shows, unlike this one. And for those wondering about Genie Jr, he went to a farm and found a bull, and he fucked the bull, and yeah, he is a special boy. He really is. We have news and reviews and a lot more right after this break. Ladies, are you looking for a little motivation? Do you need a little motivational speaking? Well, I have something for you. Get the new self-help guide from Nikki Bella called I Work So Hard. Yes, get I Work So Hard today and find out the wonders of life. These set of tapes will help you work out a way to have somebody pay for your phone bill without you paying a cent. We'll also teach you how to talk in an annoying voice to get your point across. And you'll also learn how to be fake as fuck. So please, apply online to buy Nikki Bella's I Work So Hard self-help guide today. Are you looking to brush up on your English speaking skills? Or do you want to learn another language, like French or Spanish? Well, I have something for you. The Great Khali's language tapes. Yes, the Great Khali's language tapes. or narrated by the Great Khali himself. Who better to teach you the English language than the Great Khali? I mean, you heard his promo skills on WWE, right? Get yourself some language tapes narrated by the Great Khali today. And we are back. And now let's get to some news. In the last episode, I broke a story about the Chris Jericho Sin Cara fight. And the first reports was MLW Radio, somebody on there, I guess it was called Barrow or something, said that Sin Cara actually knocked Chris Jericho out. Dave Meltzer is reporting to be something a lot more different. And pretty much saying that last one is bullshit. Sin Cara was apparently making really annoying noises in the back on a tour bus over in Scotland, and everyone was telling him to shut up, and it got to a point where Chris Jericho got up and did it himself, and Sin Cara responded by telling Chris Jericho to fuck off. It got heated exchange, and then it got into a pretty wild fight. And apparently Chris Jericho bit one of Sin Cara's fingers and then was pulled away and kicked off the bus. Yeah, what a fucking idiot, isn't he, Sin Cara? I mean, okay, if it might have been an incident where they might have been drinking on the bus, and I mean, that people do that in their off time. That's what they do in their off time. But really, to do that is really unprofessional. And, I mean, for fuck's sake, if people telling you to shut up when you're being annoying, just shut the fuck up. And for Chris Jericho to come up and really get into a fight with people isn't... I mean, why would he honestly get into a fight with somebody over nothing? It wouldn't be over nothing. So I'm totally on Chris Jericho's side here. And Sin Cara Sin Cara could probably be in a lot of trouble, because Chris Jericho, if you have to remember, is a top star in WWE. He is also a friend of Vince McMahon, so it could cost him his job. But then I haven't watched Raw, so if he's been in a match in Raw and won or jobbed out, I don't really know. But either way, that's the update on that story. Brooke Hogan has apparently been going around saying that Hulk Hogan has had phone calls from WWE to return and will possibly be back at WrestleMania. I take this as rumors at the moment until I hear a confirmation, but I don't doubt it. I'm not confirming, not denying. They could be happening. I mean, Hulk Hogan is whether you like the guy or not, he is probably the biggest star in wrestling ever. And really, he was a generational guy. I mean, okay, he said all that racial stuff, which I get people would be offended by, but people have done a lot worse, I think. I mean, let's face it, it's not like he went out and murdered somebody. It's not like he's gone out and, I don't know, raped a child, got arrested for being a pedophile, or raped some woman. It's really, to me, I'm kind of over it. I don't really care anymore. Not that I condone anything of what he says, but I don't really care anymore of what he said or did. I mean, hell, if he comes back for WrestleMania, why not? He should be part of the WWE. I mean, come on, he's a big part of it. So you like the guy, you hate the guy, whatever. I mean, it's Hulk Hogan, so you just gotta go with it, I guess. And it's WWE. He's gonna be out for probably 15 minutes, saying brother, brother, brother at WrestleMania, and that's it. That's all you pretty much have to put up with him now. Anyway, moving on. Kid Cash, former WWE, TNA, and ECW wrestler, went into an MMA match in some event somewhere. I don't really know, don't really care. He fought Lindsey Jones and was knocked out in 39 seconds. And Kid Cash is kind of coming under fire because he was going around saying how CM Punk tapped out very quickly to Mickey Gall at UFC. Really, I mean, okay, I have my opinion of CM Punk, but I'm going to put that aside. But yeah, it was kind of douchey what Kid Cash said, but hey, a lot of people don't like CM Punk. I mean, whatever, right? Moving on. Scott Hall apparently no-showed in the event that was actually had a lot of the Click members, all the Click members except for Triple H making an appearance. Scott Hall has not been seen or heard from, and people are worried about it. DDP has sent out a tweet that he has not heard from Scott Hall, but he has heard that he is okay. So, I guess we'll wait to see what happens with that one. And now for the Smackdown review. AJ Styles opens up the show to cut a promo. He runs down Dean Ambrose and James Ellsworth. He then talks about the Survivor Series team and calls out the team. They all make their way out to the ring, as well as Dean Ambrose, who brings out James Ellsworth. Ambrose and Styles jaw-jack back and forth, and it looks like they're going to get into a fight. Baron Corbin, who was standing outside the ring, just drops down and buggers off somewhere. Before a fight could break out, Shane McMahon breaks it up and comes down to the ring. He names James Ellsworth the official mascot for SmackDown and makes a 6-man tag team match with Dean Ambrose and James Ellsworth and Baron Corbin versus the Wyatt family and Randy Orton. It was an okay segment. I thought it was a good little promo that I thought set the course of the show for everything that happened later on. And it wasn't illogical, it wasn't stupid, it just fit really well. So, a really good segment, I would say. We then come back from the commercial break, and Shane McMahon informs Baron Corbin of his tag team match, but Baron Corbin doesn't want to do the tag team match, so Shane puts him in a match against Kalisto. We then get Breezango versus the Vaudevillains. Boring match, no one cared, didn't matter. Breezango won, but still, doesn't matter. We then had Natalya versus Naomi, and Nikki Bella was on commentary. The match was bad enough. I mean, it wasn't really that great of a match. Nothing special, nothing good happened. To make it even worse, Nikki Bella on commentary. She's terrible. Why put a mic in front of her? She's worse than me. For fuck's sake, get her off the fucking announce team. Get her off the fucking microphone. She can't talk good. She sounds like shit. She sucks. And just because she's fucking John Cena, I don't give a fuck. Get her off. She sucks. Period. End of story. That's all I got to say about that. We then go backstage and Kane is named the replacement for Baron Corbin in the 6-man tag match. We then get Baron Corbin versus Kalisto, which ends in a no contest when Baron Corbin slipped off the apron and injured his knee. Kalisto drop kicks Baron Corbin's knee into the steps. Then once Baron Corbin rolls back into the ring, hits a frog splash on his knee. And the match was thrown out, and that was it. We then had the SmackDown Women's Championship, Becky Lynch versus Alexa Bliss. I thought this was a really good match, and it's set up for something in the future for the fact that it was a controversial finish with the foot on the ropes. But, hey, I liked it, and both of them are really good here. It started off slow, a little boring at the start, but it built up as it went along, which a lot of Becky Lynch's matches do. Yeah, it's something I would go out of my way to watch again, see that match on the clip on YouTube. Probably not the show again, but anyway, moving on. Daniel Bryan is backstage and The Miz shows up. And The Miz with Maurice. And Maurice is complaining about Dolph Ziggler defending the Intercontinental Championship against Sami Zayn. And Daniel Bryan then announces Brian Kendrick defending the Cruiserweight Championship against Kalisto. And if Kalisto wins, Smackdown gets the Cruiserweight Championship and the entire Cruiserweight division. Then Maurice complains about that, and Daniel Bryan says that next week on the 900th anniversary episode show of Smackdown or whatever the fuck, The Miz will face Dolph Ziggler for the Intercontinental Championship. We then get Kurt Hawkins versus Apollo Crews, and it's really sad. I got to say this. It's really sad for WWE wasting Apollo Crews. I mean, here this guy came in as a top prospect and prodigy guy, and they shot him straight to the main roster after being 6 months in NXT, and they've done nothing with him. Absolutely nothing, but make him just filler on the card. And I don't get it. Why did they push this guy? But it was a nothing match. Kurt Hawkins got the win, surprisingly, and that was that. Backstage, Dolph Ziggler cut a promo on his match against The Miz and against Sami Zayn. We then move on to the main event. The Wyatt family and Randy Orton versus James Ellsworth, Dean Ambrose, and Kane. I thought this was a good, fun match. Kane and Luke Harper end up fighting to the back, and there's a moment in the match where James Ellsworth gets the hot tag and he goes to hit him with the no-chin, hit Bray Wyatt with the no-chin music. Bray Wyatt counters it into his finisher and wins. And after the match, the heels, because AJ Styles was on commentary, the heels came out to go down to beat down Ambrose and James Ellsworth. Shane breaks it up, and Daniel Bryan comes out and names Shane McMahon as the replacement to Baron Corbin in the Survivor Series match. Overall for this show, it was okay, but some of the matches not so good. They were either short or just really bad. The Nikki Bella stuff, that was terrible. I mean, I don't know why that would make TV, but anyway, that was Smackdown. And I think that'll be all for this episode of the Sky Genie Show. Please like and subscribe, and please donate to the show on the homepage on YouTube. Otherwise, the show will remain free. Thank you for listening.